It's an excellent Monday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-host with me. Hi, ladies.
Good morning.
Amazing
Nima
morning.
Akashat Zibri. How was your week? Why are you
What a
laughing?
long rest. I did something very naughty. I caught myself, so it was funny. Yes, I wanted to say special thank you to my mother. Everybody was using Mother's Day yesterday. And I was wondering, and then I now thought back to how I used to see her when I moved my bed to the window. Every week, bringing me food in the hospital. The bags were always heavy, and I knew she was frail, stressing herself. Mommy, thank you for always being there.
Aww.
I have a support system.
Thank you, Mommy.
I don't always talk about it, but she's the wind beneath my wings. She's the reason I can fly. She's been there for me all my life. I don't know any other person that has been there for me like that.
Wow.
Mommy, thank you so much. And I
Wow,
pray that
fantastic.
you gain your health and your strength back.
Man,
Mommy,
how you doing,
like
Tokwe?
that.
How was your weekend?
I wasn't planning to praise my mommy, but after praising your mommy,
Praise our mommy too.
all of us are going. So it's not like my mommy too is the wind
They did
beneath my wings.
Monday, Mother's
Yesterday
Day.
was Mother's Day, UK,
US,
the US version.
That's the
and,
final one for the year.
Hopefully,
okay.
because I'm tired. I think we should do a meeting in Nigeria and pick our own. Is
That's
it
the
UK or is it
final-
US?
that's the final one.
It was you that started it now.
You know, because
I don't know
the
the
US
detail.
one I know is
I
easy
just
for me.
didn't understand.
But the UK one is Mothering Sundays, Mother can you call?
Yeah, so-
Please, let's pick one. Let's have a meeting and decide.
But I don't think we can celebrate mothers enough because I am going through it.
It's a lifetime.
And it was during the process of raising my children, I understood the sacrifice. My mom, like I've said it over and over again, if I say I want to sell clothes today, she'll go to Lagos Island and buy it for me. And it's always good. The sacrifice women make. And I think our husbands should appreciate us more. Because Mother's Day, we remember our mothers, but we're not remembering the wife that is mothering your children.
Right.
You know, so we're focused on my mother, but there's somebody taking care of your children right now who's
the mother right
sacrificing everything to
Right.
raise
I'm
those
feeling
kids.
very appreciated by Mr. Zib, so I can't
How are you
complain.
doing,
I'm
madam?
doing amazing. Yesterday we had
You are not acknowledging
sorry,
my birthday post birthday glow. You did not sing birthday song for me.
It's by the
birthday. Oh,
to
okay,
you.
sorry.
Happy
How was your birthday on
birthday
Saturday?
to you.
It was a restful birthday. I spent time thinking. I got loads of thank you for your message, Mariah. Many people I saw on social media, and I was like, oh, I did this as in 2008. Somebody was writing breakdown like how I gave her a makeup box and I didn't know her from anywhere. And I'm like, I don't have forgotten, you know. But it just keep doing the little good you can
to
do.
be good. Yeah.
I'm
How are
So
you
we
doing?
celebrated mothers, but like I'm the programs director of my church.
Yeah.
So I plan it in such a way that husbands give their wives gifts.
Trust you.
Yes, I know that kind of thing. So everybody came out and they were presenting gifts. And my husband, first of all, when it was his turn to give me a gift, he said, hold on. Went to the mother, knelt down, presented the gift. That's what he does. It's very
your mom?
romantic. To his mother.
Okay.
Then came to me, knelt down, presented the gift, and sprayed me money.
Hey, this is your evil husband.
Then when I got home,
Hey.
my kids wrote me a letter. And my son put 500 naira inside his
You're
letter.
already teaching your children money already.
Your son to other
grooming.
money. Ego is good.
Oh my
Not even
goodness.
boy in the making.
If
So we just
I
had
can
fun,
squeeze in
basically.
these smudges, my mother-in-law called me to a meeting with my husband. She wanted to have a serious meeting with us. She now told my husband, she doesn't like the way you are just calling this girl's name. Rayo, Mo. Yeah, Beji.
That's status.
Nah, leave that in.
That's status.
Don't try that
That's
one.
how you
We
know
don't want.
that.
No, I said, Mommy, I'm going to talk about it on Monday morning. So the whole world will support me. I didn't know, ma.
Yeah, Beji care. No.
Who passed that level? Yeah, Beji.
No.
Imagine
We
the
call it
type.
Yagu.
Yeah, so everybody just nimas me up and down
Or
the
mommy
street in my
Kosi.
house.
Can you see? Can you imagine? Nima wants Yagu Frank.
Yes.
You don't want
Imagine.
Yagu.
Call me
Me, I don't
Mariah.
want mommy
Choose
Kosi.
your
Mommy
own
was
path.
See,
upset.
Morayo.
How you be calling her
When
Mariah
I
like
got
that?
married, when you call me Mrs. Zib, it makes my. But once I had Gufran,
Became Yagu
Oh,
Frank.
no.
You need to acknowledge.
Please.
Can you
Please.
see one man's mate is another man's
Imagine. Let's go on a break. I was like, check out the Papa Miss Olili. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll go through the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're going to start with the punch. We'll meet aggrieved APC chiefs, says PDP chairman.
Okay.
NTAA suspends First Nation Airways indefinitely over license infraction. Parents call for prayers to mark Leah's 16th birthday. Oh, I wish I read that story. Parallel congresses actually. APC appeal panel submits reports this week. Serap drags Buhari to United Nations for disobeying court judgments. Robbers attack Ogun community, kill engineer. 1.5 trillion spent on capital projects in 2017, says Adeosun. Fayemi has what it takes to win Ekiti election, says Buhari. Right. Saraki's appeal won't stop my resumption, says Omo Agege.
So Punch is very loaded. I think we should take more stories there. But starting with, do you want to take
the First Nation?
Oh, go ahead. The airways.
Yes, the nation. So we cannot forget the Dana air crash, which was very preventable. So the NCAA, that's the National, I can't remember, but NCAA, the Airport Authority, have stopped First Nation indefinitely. They've been suspended because they have faulty aircraft, and they've been told countless times to stop booking flights, and they were still booking and still releasing dates based on faulty aircraft. So at first sight, you might think, don't disturb Nigerian businesses, but Nigerian businesses should run themselves to international standards.
Yes.
Safety is extremely important.
Who has a story?
Yeah, Sharibu, I wanted to take
Sharibu,
it.
go ahead.
Turning 16 today, and the parents are, calling for prayers and fasting. It's the beast of all this craziness, insecurity and all that. It's easy to forget that one young girl is still missing.
Yeah.
And the more painful is the fact that she's alone. Out of everybody that was abducted along with her, she was the only one held back. So I can't imagine the agony she'll be going through now. It would have been easier with her friends, but alone. Please, it's paramount and extremely important that the prayers of the parents, as important as it's still self-help, they are helpless. Government can do more than that. The negotiations was done and the other girls were released. They can continue negotiations.
This one that will meet aggrieved APC chief, says PDP chairman. They're trying to will the aggrieved parties.
No, the PDP people that came, the aggrieved PDP people, that's the new PDP.
Yes.
People in APC are also feeling aggrieved now. So the PDP people are saying we are going back to them, talking to the new APC chiefs to come back home.
All of the aggrieved ones in Ekiti.
I hope they understand
all
that
the new PDP branches.
We are aware of all the corruption that took place in between PDP moving to new PDP. Yes, we are aware of the corrupt people that whose names were mentioned that were in PDP that now they come to APC and no longer have a case. And we are aware. We are aware. Before they think that they can just...
I was going to talk about the human interest story. It's extremely painful that someone still died because the hospitals were requesting police report on a gunshot wound victim. It's extremely painful. But this young man had armed robbers coming to his house. They shot him in anger because, he was slow in opening the door. But the wife took him to the closest hospital around the neighborhood. They didn't take him.
Police have told us several times that has been taken
No, not police. We have a law.
We have a law.
We have a law now that has been signed and by the president, and is now a law that give gunshot victims are now entitled to treatment before you request a police report.
So that person has a case.
So now he has a case, and I'm hoping the family will take it up. Okay. A very big hospital, Reddington, was mentioned in the paper, which was supposed to be the family hospital. And they
moving on to the nation. Nigeria-UAE agreement on stolen assets take off. No parallel Congress in Oyo, says APC. Ekiti 2019, Fayoshi and Fayemi in war of words. Obviously, Fayemi won the primaries on Saturday, so he's the candidate for the APC. So Nigeria and UAE, they said that the agreements for stolen funds take off next month. So hopefully by then we can start getting some.
But we are doing the Commonwealth Nations anti-corruption.
Hosting it this year.
Hosting it this year.
So the UAE covers a lot of Nigerians tend to buy houses in Dubai. They buy houses within the UAE, Abu Dhabi. A lot of Nigerians stock money over there.
They have malls.
They have a lot of malls over there owned by Nigerians. So it is a good thing to also have that kind of treatment.
Moving on to Vanguard. 18 banks defy CBN on interest rates. Which story do you have here?
I have the Sun and the Tribune.
Can I take the 18 banks defying?
You have that?
Yes, because the CBN, they said that they should reduce the interest rate from what it is right now, and that 18 banks have not agreed to do it. The emphasis is on the fact that the banks should reduce interest rates. The banks have been, they mentioned in the papers in Vanguard that the treasury bills, the banks cannot, the interest rate and treasury bills are at par. And we're focusing so much on the banks, I feel that we should also focus on the fact that everybody is now putting their money into treasury bills. If the government isn't borrowing from the people through treasury bills, we wouldn't be putting our money into treasury bills. So it all still goes back to CBN and the government. Don't just blame banks, because they make it look like the banks are not.
Because the interest rate for treasury is about 12% now. It's not that.
It depends, it fluctates.
Before
17%,
before it used to be 18, but now, because recently we just got some.
It will keep going down. The more the government
keeps,
the government should focus on other places of getting money.
Okay, Daily Sun, security agents raid Kanu's home, arrest Jewish worshippers and others. Bishops, others cry out as bomb rocks church. Yes.
Okay, I have the two stories. The first one, the security operatives raided Nnamdi Kanu's home and arrested Jewish worshippers who were there to worship, about 21 of them, and he's called out to say that they should be released. According to the report, they are actually being tortured in Umuahia.
Why would he be arrested in the first place?
Exactly. So he's saying that they have the headsmen who are killing and nobody's arresting anybody. Now they are coming into his residence to stop people from worshiping. So he's seeking for help from the international community as well to handle that. Then there was a bombing at Holy Cross Catholic Church in Enugu State, and the bishop and other bishops have come out to say that it's an attack. Yes, in Enugu State. It's an attack on God, and that people should come together and find a way. That happened in around 5:40, just before the mass, service. And they were saying that although the police has come out to say that it's a minor bomb, and there was no accident, there was no loss of life, but if the church members had already started service, they would have had a stampede. So
right. Okay, moving
we should
on
do
very
something
quickly
about
to
it.
The Tribune, bloody APC Congress in Ondo, one killed in Gombe. Foundation spreads Yahoo's legacy of development service to university. Move on now to The Guardian. Investors, you want to take that story?
Yes.
Go ahead.
The APC, Ondo State, there were several people reported injured when the fight broke out. A former lawmaker representing the House, representing
Former governor's son.
Afolabi Iwalewa.
In the House of Reps.
You know, is the former governor's son, was also involved in this. Long and short, we really cannot stop shouting that APC should get themselves together, since we have not seen the third force, obviously.
Ayoshe has answered them.
What did he say, please, Nima?
He said that in the war of words between him and Fayemi, that, somewhere I was in office and I beat him, hands down, is the person that I have given to Ekiti people. Someone Ekiti people love voting against.
Hey.
One good thing, the River State election was flawless. They had a good, credible election ascertained by the internal working committee. However, one person was killed in Gombe, and we have said it over and over again on this couch that not for any reason, due to politics, should we lose lives. Right. Because the people that are going to be making this money at the end of the day are not the ones whose children are dying.
Yeah.
Don't lose.
Like Fayemi has also visited all his other counterparts, the Oni, Aluko, Bamisili, and others. He's visited them just to make sure that they are all still together. And Tinubu had said that they should bury the hatchet in Oyo State and support Governor Ajimobi. So we'll see how that goes.
Are you going to ignore the picture that has been all the papers?
We talked about it before. We talked about it last week now. This picture that Governor Wike...
under which accounts are we going to mention, as in under which accounts is the state spending this much money?
To do this.
We did it last week. That was last week. He only used 2 papers. Now it's about 4 papers.
Yes.
Tribune, Guardian,
Sun.
Nation, Sun. That's 4
spending
papers.
money.
4 papers.
And the idea is that he doesn't want this
the CP
Kaki Fakorede to be deployed back to sit right rivers. That's pretty much it.
But the allegations against him are very strong.
They are pretty strong, actually.
They are very.
So should be prosecuted legally. The IGP should.
When the character of the person comes to
much money for you to know to prosecute
that's the problem.
These
I'm sure that
our money.
I said proper channels should have been used. I'm sure they've been exhausted because this is a republication of this
now, since
last week. If a character of a person is called to question in certain offices, I think
even these days
serious enough.
I am
we
here.
have to move on. Unfortunately,
a story there.
Very quickly in Guardian, investors lose 729 billion to 2019 election anxiety. And NSCDC deploys 2,000 men to protect Buhari's in Jigawa.
Yes, very interesting. The president is bound to visit Jigawa today, and aside from the personnel on ground to protect him, they have deployed from other states, Bauchi and Kano, in support, 2,000 personnel leaving their post to protect our president's 2-day visit. And we have security issues. Nobody is talking about
It's
that.
2,000 strong force to further beef up the security of the visiting president.
2 days. So 2 days.
So that 2 days, everybody in Jigawa should just be careful because I'm sure that things will go haywire.
Of course.
In those places where they redeployed from.
You don't need that much security now.
Yeah, but when they know this is them admitting that the insecurity in the north is a serious affair. If you need 2,000
Unfortunately, that's what we can
additional.
Unfortunately, that's what we can take on front page at this time. On our hot topic, we discuss EFCC to arrest more Yahoo boys. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, the hottest gist last week, EFCC stormed Club 57 in Ikoyi and arrested over 12 suspected internet fraudsters. According to the report, the Chief Executive Officer of 360 Group, Noble Igwe, gave EFCC the tip to arrest more fraudsters. He also reacted that record label owners, car dealers, and club owners in Lagos are also a major front for money laundering. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Join the conversation on 07080668014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. The reason we're talking about it is because there are two sides of the divide. Some people agreed with Noble Igwe that yes, he was being patriotic enough to expose his places and give the information to EFCC. Others were saying, and lots of people were saying that, why didn't he mind his own business? That is he FBI? Is he EFCC? What basis, what right does he have? That some people have lost their jobs, some businesses have been shut down just because of his overzealous attitude. What are your views? We'd like to hear your thoughts on this. I mean, even Mike, who I really liked, really took it out on Noble Igwe. I mean, did you see?
I saw the video.
Some unprintable words, called him some unprintable words.
As we still have pastors that are praying and using the scripture that you will reap where you did not sow. You will take you will inherit the wealth of the evil ones to prey on Yahoo boys. Then there's no solution to this matter. What is wrong is wrong. What is bad is bad. As long as it is not affecting us personally, if it is not you, they use the Yahoo to affect, we will feel like it is okay for them to do it as a hustle. Nigeria is bad. Let them hustle the way they know how to hustle. But the point is it a good thing to do?
Lives have been affected by this, right?
It's not a good thing to do.
We live in a country.
About whether it is
and but Mike is defending him.
No. The issue.
Mike is saying that he shouldn't have. That it was wrong for him to actually
to be naming. I think
naming people.
You know, we need to draw the line between legitimate money makers enjoying their lives.
Okay.
And you know, clubs and those places are some places they patronize also. So when you now mention names and say the owners of these places or people at these places are fronting, I think that's where there's a problem, because we already have an issue with the way our security agents investigate crimes.
Right.
So, you know, there are spurious ways of investigating suspicion. I just suspect you pick on people, and those people never get fair hearing. Some people have not found justice forever, and they are being held for crimes they know nothing about. So sometimes some people could be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't think it is an offense for someone to go and enjoy their lives in a public place.
Okay.
That is not the issue. Proper investigation should be done. We know already that internet fraud is a major problem, tarnishing our image internationally in this country. It's something we should concentrate fully on. And our police and our security agents by now should be on top of their game on investigating this kind of crimes.
But see, as I said, they can't do that without the help from without the help from the citizens. They need help. Somebody must give them information. So why would you assume
it's
that?
It's unfortunate that we live in a country that our society is morally bankrupt, because I see no reason why anybody, for whatever reason, should be defending that act or, you know, calling somebody who has said something a snitch. I see no reason why. But I wouldn't blame them, because it starts from our parents. A child comes home bringing gifts that you know this child cannot afford, and you accept it. And you bless the child. So if you do not have money in your family, nobody will listen to you. So corruption has eaten deep into the fabrics of our society. It's not what one person will stand and work against. We have to come together. Let me give you a quick example. The other day I took a taxi cab. I headed somewhere, and when I got to my destination, it was 4,900. I brought out 5,000 and gave to the guy. He didn't know that I cited 100 naira on his dashboard. So he told me, "Madam, there's no change." I kept quiet. I said, "Please, get me my change. I need my balance." Normally, I leave such amounts for them. But he was insisting that there was no money. So I sat down. Today now, Shebi, I don't reach where they go. I sat down. He rummaged, and finally, okay, he was reluctant to release my 100 naira.
Right,
How many people must he have, defrauded?
Yeah.
It's something that everybody is involved in.
I support Noble Igwe. I think that until we start naming, shaming, everybody's looking up to people they see spending money anyhow on social media. And they wonder, how am I making? I'm working hard. How come I'm not able to buy a Porsche? Why am I not able to buy a house? Why am I not living the life? But when we start when we start letting people know the source of this money we see outside, then we'll let people start getting content with the average life they're living, which is not bad. Noble Igwe, for me, is a hero. Because a lot of them right there are seeing these things. They see that it is Yahoo that these people are using to make money. Nobody is talking.
Let's look at the responsibility in doing this. His family, his children, everybody has been put in almost in the spotlight because of this act. Because suddenly now, the assumption is that you are exposing people. Do you know the associates of the people that you are exposing? Do you know how you are exposing your family to the kind of
which is why
threats these people can actually...
Morayo, for me,
if everybody's keeping quiet.
It's not about one person
point,
mentioning
he needs to be wise.
Okay.
He could have been more wise.
Yes, and the security agents, like I said earlier, should be doing their job differently.
How would they do it if nobody tells them, Nima?
Tokpe, if someone was to tell you, it shouldn't be a public affair.
Okay.
And public places are, of course, public places. People go there to enjoy themselves. If you have suspicion as to the lifestyle of a person, you investigate it before arrest.
Nima, have you been to a club
You don't just pick up a person.
Have you been to a club before?
But let us go back to the responsibility of the media. Yes, you're a social media person. You feel that social media is a tool, but you have to also understand that social media, you have to know how to manage social media. Should you go online, on Twitter, telling people, oh, this is their place, so this is where they park the cars, that is very, very wrong.
Don't tell us, we know. We already know.
Somebody needs to speak up. You know what I'm saying? We need to speak up. We all see suspicious.
We agree that it was right to expose. But don't put that exposure on social media.
One of the clubs he mentioned, I went there. Morayo, a bottle of champagne, one is 500,000 naira. And some boys, young boys were holding
Which
it and
work are they
drinking
doing?
from it. When they finish, they will stop, bang, bang, bang. They will not say, well done. Somebody is carrying 1.5 million naira, 6 bottles. They will carry it like that, and the boys will pick it and be drinking.
If you earn legitimately, you will spend like that.
So my thought is that you might question his motives, which he has said he just wants to announce, like, so that we have less people going into it. It's no longer seen as lucrative. When you know that there are mufti dressed police officers within that same club watching you, and now will suspect you, you would not do those kind of things. You won't.
Tokpe, Africans, we are extravagant people. We go to burial and wonder why they are spending so much money, whether they want to resurrect the dead. That's how we live. I hate a situation where, based on just suspicion, okay, you spend 1 billion on your father's burial, for instance, which is an African thing, I bury Baba well, that kind of thing, and then somebody picks you up based on that suspicion. But I would love when a mufti dressed security agent is sitting down, suspecting me, and then start to monitor my source of income, picks me up when they have concrete evidence against me, and say, okay, madam, so amount you spent. We've monitored your income. We've seen that you are getting this kind of money. Yes. You don't have a legitimate source of income.
That's why the whistleblowers are hidden. We don't know the whistleblowers.
But the whistleblowers now are public.
People have known who he is. Yes.
Have known who he
is. Just tell EFCC.
We shouldn't have known who he is. So we now know Noble. Don't worry, God will protect you and your family. However, any other person that wants to be like Noble should make information known privately to police officials. Because if not, there are many of them. Even there's an hotel close to my house that I see those boys, they live in that hotel. I know that these people, this is what they are doing.
I think we've lost the value of hard work. Nobody wants to work hard anymore. You get into entertainment and you feel, because you see all those, you see the glamour. You think, okay, I start singing today and tomorrow I'll hammer, I'll be able to buy this and buy that. And you get in, you are hustling, you're not seeing anything. And you're wondering, how are they making that money?
Because you have been hustling.
Because you have been hustling, the same hustle. Do you understand? So I think we need to, we need to uncover them as much as we can.
God is able says, if you see something, say something. Noble is in order. Omodafe says, please, ladies, I want you to talk more about this fraudster called Yahoo Boys. In fact, the most dangerous aspect of this menace is the ritual that is involved. Odunayo says, things like this will not stop if we all do not change our mentality.
All right, let's go on a break. We might have to continue the conversation on Yahoo Boys because our guest. We actually have a presidential aspirant from a different party, not APC, PDP, another party. He's coming up, but unfortunately, he's running pretty late. So when we come back, we'll continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So we're supposed to have Dr. Johnson Idosomwan of the Nigeria Democratic Congress Party as our guest today. He's an aspirant, and he's actually supposed to be our special guest. Because we're speaking to a lot of them. We spoke to Shore recently and others. So we're trying to get him to come here as soon as possible. But in the meantime, we'll continue our conversation on this Yahoo Boys, the increase in this Yahoo Boys activities and what the police are doing. I mean, of course, we don't have all the information, but we'll just generally discuss. And please, we'd like to hear your views on Nobu Igwe's situation. Do you agree with him? Do you disagree? Are you amongst those Nigerians that were saying, no, he shouldn't have? Or you're those who support? Please call us. Let us hear your views.
Yes,
Reggie, had the point
I wanted to go to Nima. You know, I think the police is... they need to get their acts right. It's not for us to help them do their job. They are lacking in that aspect of properly investigating crimes and picking up people. They have that problem, so they should get it sorted. But I also believe that we as citizens, we want a change in our country. We want to end corruption. We should be able to name. We should be able to point. That's one of the ways we as citizens can help to point people in the right direction. People should know that there's still value in hard work.
I want to just quickly take. Adebayo United Title says in UK there are restrictions on how much you can have on you. Okay. And if your bank detects any unusual transaction on your account, they have a right to block your account. We have to stand up for what is right. We have that policy in Nigeria.
Yes, we do. Okay, let me take this call from Nee. Nee, are you there? Thanks for calling. Hello, Nee.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, thanks for calling.
Yeah. Please, I want to make contribution.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. First of all, I want to let you ladies know good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. That during those days when we are in the banking industry, the bank authority used to send us out to all these big clubs to go and, get the high net worth individuals to put their account for them. And I want you to know that it's not everybody that go to a club that does not do legitimate businesses. There are some people that go there to just relax and have some fun. So the so-called Yahoo Boys, not that I'm supporting them, I'm not supporting them. But I want you guys to know that going that extra mile by the security officials is wrong. Because once you kill such people's business, because I know even the legitimate ones that do good business will not go there. I think I'm supporting Nima for what she said, that you need to do thorough investigation. All those guys, they have where they are staying. You can go after them and get them over there, not killing other people's business, all because you want to go and do your work. So that is my contribution.
Thank you very much.
I was going to reply to say that I understand. Okay, let me appreciate Nobu Igwe for doing what I call maybe a sensitization of our people against, questionable sources of income that we do not question. So people should start to question. When you see someone spending money, question at the level of your safety.
Okay.
Now, when you start to name, everybody starts to mention, and these people start to do reprisals, who is going to secure you? The same security agents who did not put these people on watch list and quietly investigated them. Right. So the issues are for me, when I read the email, all I was concerned about is the abuses that these things tend to bring. So now they will start to raid legitimately places where people legitimately relax.
Right. Let me take this call from Miriam. Miriam, are you there?
Yes, I am. Good
Thanks
morning.
for calling. Go ahead, please.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to say Obi Ajulu is looking so nice this morning.
Thank you.
I'm used to have followed her anyway. Talking about this Yahoo Boys, it's actually true that it's becoming something we all need to help up. I have a little cousin, no certificates, no hard work, no nothing. Sometime last year, I just heard he's made money, so much money. And I'm wondering, how, from where, what was he doing, what has he done? And I went on his Facebook page and I could see laptop. We put a laptop and say, this is what we do. So that tells you the whole story. But guess what?
Not even hiding it.
you notice that entire family will start talking about this person. They have made money. Nobody bloody cares what a young chap has done to get this money. It is becoming worrisome. It is becoming worrisome.
Well, thank you very much, Miriam, for that point, because people are not even talking about the ritualist part of it.
Yes.
We hear that there are lots of rituals involved in all these Yahoo activities.
Yahoo says Yahoo is now a culture amongst the youth. I now realize why PNB said the youths are lazy. Some parents even encourage their sons over this devilish act.
Yes, ma'am.
I personally knew a pastor who had a younger brother that was into Yahoo, and he was praying the scripture over the boy. So the idea is the fact that we have become
He knew, but he didn't know that.
He knew. It was not that quoted the scripture for me that my prayer for him is that he will. Do you see these people? They make money. These Onyibos have ripped Nigeria.
Yes, they colonized us.
They colonized us. They made money from us. So we are going to go and make the money back from them, and God will give us our inheritance that the Onyibos have taken away from us. So they find all these excuses to do what is wrong. But our job on this place is to let people know that anything you get illegally would go in a negative way. Also, it won't last, and especially those that now resort to killing people.
Yes,
because
Yahoo
you see,
plus.
Sometimes it doesn't click.
They call it plus.
You know, it doesn't click. That Yahoo plus, like when the Yahoo does not
adding
click,
something
you
additional.
add something to it. So they keep trying, and they don't get it. They don't get the internet fraud does not work for them. Okay. So they now use.
All right, let me take this call from Ado Ikiti. Morning, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Charles.
Yes, ma'am. You see, the evil of this Yahoo boys, if not condemned now, will do us more harm than what kidnapping is doing to us. You know, when kidnapping came into the country, down there in Bayelsa and Rivers State, they started with the Oyibos. Nigerians were like, let them kidnap Oyibos. So let them carry our money and all that. When they could not see Oyibo to kidnap, they started kidnapping Nigerians. And when they started with big men, some of them were saying, okay, let them kidnap the big men. So then they eat our money. Okay, now all the big men now surrendered themselves with security. So when they cannot see the big men to kidnap, they now go into the market and even pack people and kidnap and grant 1 million ransom. And they killed one of my brother in our Baton time. After that kidnap, he could not understand the shock.
Thank you very much, Charles.
Evil is evil.
Right.
Let us condemn this evil. Because now, these people have added the Yahoo Plus in their listing. So what they are doing now is ritual, using young girls. If you go to university today, they are looking for virgins. They say, these boys...
Babies.
All right, thank you very much, Charles. Yeah, I mean, that's really, really sad. But I think going back to Charles Noble for a second, do you think, because when I initially heard this story, I was thinking to myself, can this be someone like almost like a revolution where people start naming and shaming people around them? I know we agree that don't do it because it's very dangerous. But are we at the point where we're between the ocean, the ocean and the deep blue sea? Exactly what do we want for our country? Do we want corruption to continue, or do we want to actually help the
negative issue
to
is that
bring down corruption?
When we have legitimate business owners who want to interact with the Western world, they just blacklist everybody. Some websites don't accept Nigerian IP at all.
Yes, you're a
and
fraudster.
we want to have legitimate businesses there. So I think that regular Nigerians need to understand the impact of these Yahoo boys on their everyday life. One. Number two, Charles made a very valid point. When the kidnapping started with the Onyibos, we felt, they are kidnapping Onyibos, it does not affect us. But now it is they're kidnapping your regular neighbor, your family members. The Yahoo is affecting Onyibos now. We're thinking, no, it's not affecting us. But when they are now doing Yahoo Plus and killing your own
Nigerians
child,
now.
Okay.
What would you do?
Let me quickly take this call from Delta State. Morning, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Good morning, my
John,
sister.
go ahead.
Good morning, everybody in the studio. You guys are looking good.
Thank you.
Let me give you a very good clip. To me, it has turned to a legitimate business.
Can you imagine?
Because if you come down to Delta, Lagos are even learning.
Hey.
You even see them. I don't even understand all these police things that even talking about. They even have escort. These policemen follow them up and down. Go to Sapele. I'm telling you, go to Sapele. I can give you that 60 to 70% of guys there do it as a legitimate business. One of them called me one day, said, where can I even go for spiritual needs that I've handed one mugu that's paying me $13,000, £1,000 per week, but I want to increase it. I'm saying, so for them to do it, not to go to club or go to other house things. No, police knew them. They paid them. That's what Olamide said. You can't be condemning them when you hang out with them. I'm telling you, if something I can even grow up with you, even me, even not because I don't want to we need them. So since police follow them on and on, what we do again? So let us start from our policy.
Thank you very much, John, for that point, because the truth is that if you now look at what Noble did, you can almost understand.
Because if you just told the police officers, nothing will happen.
So putting it on social media, everybody's talking about it. So is that the only respite we have today, in today's world, where for you to get things done, let's go to social media, let's go viral? I think
because for support of Noble, let's call out all security agents who are guarding whoever is in charge, an internet fraud crime person, a kidnap kingpin, whoever it is, to please stop and do the rightful thing. Investigate and arrest them. Concrete evidence, because we should be careful too. People can start naming. False accusation is rampant everywhere now.
All right, let's go to a quick break. Come back, we'll try to conclude this conversation. If our guest shows up, hopefully we'll have a chat with him. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So unfortunately, our guest didn't show up. That's Dr. Johnson Edowa. He couldn't show up. So we have to continue the conversation. Let's see on tweets.
Okay, I have two here. By encouraging a cashless society, this by Adebayo, we can trace and know the source of funds of fraudsters. Most advanced countries have stopped fund deposits and cash-in-hand transactions, which we still practice in Nigeria. Also says, no action taken against fraudsters are too much. We need a robust approach to clip their wings because their activities are affecting our daily lives. We must pass on information and investigation should be ongoing.
Charles Udo is suggesting, it says, so true, we never investigate the source of money in our religious circle. However, there are some of these boys that can be trained into our security agencies. If you want to catch a bird, you need the bird for bird feeds.
But any more tweets?
Yes. Yeah. Shafa Fadin says, Yahoo boys, we only condemn when we are victims. Supporting, respecting those who make money, those who make money, we make an uncontented heart want to make it by all means. To solve the Corruption Act, we must change our perception on wealth.
All right, that's all we can take. I'm sorry. Enough of Yahoo Boys conversations, please. We're tired of that story. But the truth is that we just hope that the security officers are able to help us. But Saturday was Tokwe's birthday, and we couldn't celebrate with her.
Yes.
So we're going to have, we got the CEO of Z Edge.
This is beautiful.
A beautiful cake.
This is beautiful. Let me help.
Hey, my birthday is coming.
That's an afro and a comb.
Oh my goodness!
Congratulations.
So the CEO of Z Edge told us to provide this. She actually brought this cake for you.
Okay.
I wanted to surprise you with a gift. You wanted a gift, and she said you deserved a gift.
Deserve some accolade, baby.
So let's clap for. Thank you very much, Z Edge.
Thank
CEO
you.
Z Edge.
Wow. Wow.
Happy birthday, Tokwe.
Happy birthday.
Say something.
Say something now.
Thank you. Thank God. Well, I really wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
I had prayed.
But you wanted this iPhone X.
I really wanted, and I'm grateful.
You wanted an iPhone 8, but you got something better.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. God bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So she got you a cake with afro. Wow. That's you.
And my afro.
Yes, sir.
Ew. About God is great too. So this year is wonderful.
Yes. Happy birthday.
I'm grateful. Thank you for. Thank you.
Okay, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tokwe.
Happy birthday.
Jumoke, are you watching?
I'm so glad that
she's
you like
falling
your
off
gifts.
her bed now.
I know that. I knew that you're going to use this gift nicely. And religiously.
I will.
Nobody here can use. You deserve it.
She
Yes.
deserves it.
Some accolades.
Thank you.
You're global now.
Unfortunately, that's all we can take on the show since our guests did not show up.
What a nice
But
way to end.
we're next week is our anniversary week, and I think the objective really is to try to start having the conversation on upper week 28th. The week of 28th is our anniversary. I want to start having the conversation of who exactly should we vote for in 2019. We already know the obvious. We're looking for the options. So we're asking all aspirants, regardless of the party, to come forward. We'd like to have a conversation with you to know exactly your plans for 2019, because young people made a statement in 2015, and they're ready to make that same statement again in 2019. So come out, let us hear from you, let's know what you have and what you have for us, and let's see if you can actually take Nigeria forward. Have a blessed day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.